Bah! Hi guys, welcome to the mix. It's time for a distinctly unscary Halloween special edition. It's not a special edition, it just happens to be Halloween as you'll be watching this. Truth be told, I'm gonna spoil the magic here. I'm actually filming this on the Friday evening, so yeah, you know me doing a Friday one of these. Little bit frazzled, little bit delirious, but I'm shooting this on the Friday evening. It is Saturday the 31st of October, tomorrow, so Halloween. So by the time I actually do the edit and process and everything, this will probably go live on Halloween. So yes, you may actually be watching this on Halloween. So, boo, yes, Halloween. I hope you're having a good one and all that sort of... do you say Happy Halloween? I'm not even sure that's a thing, really. But yeah, the whole world seems rather spooky and scary at the moment anyway. So, I mean, it's all a little bit Halloween-y. But this is kind of what we got seasonal wise, before obviously Christmas being, I guess, the next big thing. We got Black Friday in between at the end of November, but then yeah, Christmas is coming up, and the reason I say it's distinctly unscary, unhalloweeny is well, maybe a mite less because I've actually had a haircut, so I look slightly less like a homeless person, but it's because so much stuff we're getting at the moment, some of the things I'm going to show you now are actually Christmassy. It's actually festive, so it's weird. This is I mean, we never get that many Halloween things, but quite often we'll get something from brands. It's obviously a bigger deal for guys over in the States, and if you're watching us from there, hi. But here in the UK, Halloween, it's a love it or hate it type thing. I mean, we do the pumpkins, we make a bit of an effort, but it's not something that domestically we focus too heavily on. And right now, I think so much of it has just been gazumped. It's just been kind of pushed to the side in favour of doing seasonal Christmas things. Why? Well, probably because lockdowns. Lockdowns are threatening again, obviously parts of the country in quite strict lockdowns, and I think manufacturers, retailers, supermarkets, etc. are obviously like, well, the big deal here, they're obviously thinking the big deal is Christmas, so they're trying to get as much Christmas in as early as possible, like, you know, at the expense of Halloween, which is a bit of a shame. It's always a good fun one, especially for kids and stuff, and I love candy, so it's always a good one for candy, but yes, that's where we find ourselves anyway. So Friday evening, little bit frazzled, so forgive me. There will be little flecks and flavours of Halloween, one of which is the Ray's Voodoo. So obviously Ray's, you know, the energy drinks we do here, very strong, great pre-workouty ones, good range of flavours, great labels. So I'm not going to cover any Ray's particular stuff in this, but this is one of the many energy drinks we have in the mix. It's one of the stronger ones. They have a Halloween special, so it's fresh out the fridge, so it's nice and cold. Yeah, they do a good job theming these. I have like an Apollo one, a Galaxy Burst, so always quite fun and different. Voodoo was Halloween one last Halloween. We didn't have it for last Halloween. I think this turned up at the beginning of the year. It might have been 2 years ago. No, I think it was last Halloween. Anyway, we now have it for this Halloween. So there you go. I'm going to drink this in honour of the occasion because a lot of what I'm about to show you is quite Christmassy. There you go. The Voodoo, I should say, they weren't exactly clear about what the flavour is. It's basically orange. Maybe it's a sort of blood orange type thing, but orange is the general flavour that comes through. So either way, very nice, and there's like 300 milligrams of caffeine or so in this thing, a load of nootropics. It should keep me going for the next kind of half hour as I take you through these things. I'll try not to make it too frighteningly long. It is orange. It's got a slight Christmas to Christmas. There you go, jumping the gun. It's got a slight crispness to the end of it as well. I don't know if maybe there's a hint of lime or citrus or something there too. But either way, it's a nice orange. It's not as full-bodied as something like maybe, you know, a Tango or a Fanta or something. It's maybe more like the sort of Orangina, fizzy Orangina. It's more naturally orangey, I guess. Anyway, I'm not talking about this. Sorry. Voodoo in the mix now. Anyway, we still have stock of that. The main event for today is sadly a Christmassy one, but of course it's not really sadly because it's pretty awesome. So it's right here, it's the Winter Wonderland Battle Bites. Bring that in. So gorgeous as per with these guys, like Battle Snacks have been doing a great job with the bars. Obviously very lovely shiny foils. So we very recently, I think it might even have been the last video, maybe the one before, we had the glazed sprinkled donut. So I raved about this. It has done incredibly well. It's turning very quickly into one of the best sellers. It genuinely is an awesome bar, and it actually tastes like a donut. So that's the big novelty with this. It's the first sort of donut flavored bar that actually comes across as a sort of pastry item, and especially with the glaze that they're talking about here in the sprinkles, it really does bring it to life a little bit. Yes, it's still a bar, and it's still nougaty, and still nougaty, and still, you know, fudgy and protein barry and all that kind of stuff. However, it really does bring over some of that buttery sort of baked pastry style flavour. It's pretty magical. Everyone needs to try this. Anyway, that's great. Let's do the mix now. I said in that video they were coming rapidly with another one. It's this guy, the Winter Wonderland. Make sure that's actually, I am filming. Good, lovely. You've got cute snowmen. You've got snowflakes and stuff anywhere, snow drifts and things. Winter Wonderland. And that's the really fun bit there, you see. Irish cream. That is a first for me. Yes, Bailey's, yes, Irish cream. It's certainly around Christmas, you get it in a lot of truffles and stuff, and obviously Bailey's itself. Very cool to bring it into the functional snacks market, to bring it into protein bars. It's the first time I've seen it done, certainly at scale like this, certainly with like a full manufactured bar on the small handmade-y sort of one, or protein brownies or whatever. So yeah, anyway, very cool. First time I've really seen it done, delivered like this. And what have Kevin and Sean over at Battle Snacks done with it? Well, here you go. No beating about the bush. It's not too messy, this one. It's not covered in sprinkles, as these things often are. It is covered, and I should say this is also picking up, it's covered in white chocolate chips, there you go. So it kind of gives you the idea of snowflakes, snowballs. It's picking up from previous 2 years, I think it's been 2 years it's been running, the candy cane battle bites they've done. So these were very chocolatey, it was minty, and yeah, had very, well, had a lot of crunchy, kind of candied, pepperminty balls all over it. So it did make a horrible mess, but they did taste pretty amazing. It was a kind of amalgamation of, I don't know, sweetness, chocolate, polo mints. It was, yeah, it's a very nice bar, and I did really like it. And I was a bit sad when they said they weren't doing it again. However, of course, they're not going to let us down. They've done something else. Winter Wonderland, there you go. So if anyone is missing the, let's lose the packet. If anyone is, oh, sorry, drop that. Don't forget again, these come in 2 bites, so I just managed to throw the other bite on the floor. If anyone is missing the, expecting the candy cane, yeah, it ain't coming. But yeah, what we have instead is pretty damn delicious. So there you go. It is, you can see cookies and creamy biscuity bits in there. Yes, they're present. You can see a load of white choc chips chucked on there. Obviously, they're very, very lovely. They're a nice feature of this bar. And well, that's it. Otherwise, it's just white chocolate. They don't have that many actual white chocolatey bars. So yeah, nice novelty in that. And obviously going for a sort of white Christmas kind of magical crisp sort of thing going on. Very cool. And so I'm waving it by the camera. I'll show you. There you go. There you go, lost one of those lovely chips. So, I'm munching away. White chocolate all round. It's got the usual incredibly soft Battle Bites, there's first person perspective on it, Battle Bites protein core. You can see it's embedded with chocolate crispies. You can see if I just remove you, maybe you can see, there you go. Come on. Okay. It has got a caramel layer. So it's a sort of chocolatey coloured caramel layer, but it's all infused, and I don't know if the flavouring comes in the caramel, I don't know if the flavouring comes in the base, I don't know if the flavouring comes in the chocolate, but yes, Irish cream. So please don't think this is boozy, as it would be a little bit out of place in something like this. It isn't, it's more of an extra flourish, you know, it's more of an extra dimension to the flavour here, and it really does show up mainly in the aftertaste, I think. First bite, you get white chocolate cookies and cream, the Irish cream thing develops. But it's really damn delicious. Obviously these bars, it's so insanely soft, you can just smush the whole thing. We've already had a couple of issues with them actually getting squashed in orders going out, because these are particularly soft. But yeah, it looks awful done like that, but damn, it tastes good. So I probably shouldn't have just bitten more of it, but this one, it's actually grown on me, because at first the let's put it out of my way. Ho ho ho, ho ho ho, hell yeah! It is, yeah, it's a lovely thing. It's at first the glazed donut gave me a big wow, so because I was so shocked it actually tastes like a glazed donut. So that was almost out the gate a bigger win for me. The Winter Wonderland, I suppose it's a bit of a creeper. It's just, yeah, it was lovely. It was white chocolate and cookies and creamy, and it's got that lovely marriage of textures that Battle Bites so often have. Obviously the Cute 2 Bite thing, it's got less than 3 grams of sugar, 3 grams or less. It's about 220 calories, I think. It's 20 grams of protein. So all the cool stuff that comes with Battle Snacks, Battle Bites. But it didn't have that initial wow out of the gate for me because I think I was looking for a stronger, more intense Bailey's flavour. More liqueur-y, more kind of sharpen in your face. And of course, it's very good it's not that, because I think it would put a lot of people off. As it's just a kind of an extra luxurious back end on it. So yeah, very, very cool. But yeah, it is very indulgent. It is limited edition, I should say. It won't be around for long. In fact, they literally only run one batch at the bakery, so it was all pre-sold to suppliers and everything. So basically what we have right now is probably all we're going to get. So yeah, try these sooner rather than later. I mean, I'm sure they'll be around to Christmas, but they really did just run a small amount of these. So it's a suck it and see type job, but very, very nice. It's if you like white chocolate, and I mean, who doesn't like white chocolate, and a sort of, you know, the usual Battle Bites textures and everything, you'll love this bar. Don't let the Irish cream. I've actually seen some people put kind of sick face emojis and stuff on Instagram posts. Obviously, I don't know. Personally, I love Bailey's. I have since I was a little kid. And anything that looks like Irish cream, yeah, I'm big on it. So like, you know, the Haagen-Dazs ice cream, for example, that's a really nice Bailey's ice cream they do. So I thought, wow, that's amazing. Some people maybe don't like it. Go figure. But because the Irish creamy bit is not that intense, I think everyone can still get something from this bar if you like white chocolate. And those white chocolate chips really are quite cool. Nothing magical about a white chocolate chip, any chocolate chip in general, but it adds more to the creaminess than it does to kind of crunch and texture in this one. They have the biscuit for the crunch and texture, and it's a wonderful amalgamation in your mouth. It's it's quite nice. It's very sweet, obviously, because of the white chocolate, so you're not going to avoid that. But you do get the Irish cream on the back end of it, and it's, yeah, very cool, very cool. So these are in the mix right now. Very, very Christmassy. The first of many Christmassy things we've got coming up. In fact, it's not even the only Christmassy thing we've got on this table. Lots of Christmas stuff coming up. So, in general, the Halloween's sort of got a unfair go at it this year round. Boo. But Christmas should have a good go at it. So yeah, we'll show you the stuff we've got coming up. Anyway, the Winter Wonderland is with all the other amazing Battle Bites flavours in our Battle Bites Bite Me bundle, along with the glazed donut as well. And they are flying out right now. So to have 2 flavours launched in October, very, very cool after a slightly quieter summer. But yeah, I think you'll absolutely love these. Coming up next from them, probably won't be till next year now, but they have these amazing cookie style things that they've teased in the past. Like cookie cake type things. It's not dissimilar actually to the USN cookie I'm about to show you. It's a kind of filled protein cookie, but they're actually coated. And then there's drizzles and there's chips and everything else. So if you can imagine, I guess, a mashup of perhaps the USN cookie I'll show you now, which is like a filled kind of cookie dough style thing that's been baked, with the Battle Bites, you'll end up somewhere about there. And they're really nice. We tried very early versions of these, sensational. Can't wait for them to actually see the light of day. At long last, I think it's going to happen early next year. I don't think it'll be this year, but yeah, 2021, already stuff to look forward to. Okay, next up, we're going to stick with snacks. I have a range of things here. I know I usually do a kind of whip through at the beginning to say what you're going to be seeing here, but yeah, pretty snack heavy, and then we've got a couple of supplementary bits, some crisps, some shakers. That's about it. So I've done, I don't know, like 14 minutes so far. So yes, that's enough on the Battle Bites. I don't think there's anything else coming from the guys, obviously I say, until those new things. So thank you for watching me enjoy those. But they are some of my favourite bars, and I know a load of you guys get a kick out of them as well. And they're, yeah, lovely guys doing it, so I want them to do well, and they are really nice. So win. Lenny and Larry's, more old friends in the mix. We've done Lenny and Larry's for a very long time. Protein cookies. Like, we don't have that many protein cookies in the mix. I know we've got 2 here, but we used to have a lot more. There used to be Supps ones, the Quest ones that I think will probably, they are there at the moment, where they'll be going. Yeah, Cookie Madness, we did a load with those. We had, at one point, we had Dr. Zach's cookies. We had Sinister Labs cookies. There've been countless ones. I mean, the whole idea of doing a protein cookie, yeah, very popular. Rarely do they actually succeed. Rarely do they actually endure. Anyway, the Lenny and Larry's ones have. I don't know if this is because they're so big and generous. I don't know if this is because they're all natural and they take the vegan thing as well, so it opens up more markets for them. I don't know if it's because they've got such a wide range of flavours. I don't know if it's because I don't know, they're great post-workout with the sugars or something. I'm not too sure, but these are ones that have stuck around for a very, very long time, and I'm very glad they have. So we've had the seasonal one back this year, so it's not Halloweeny, but obviously autumnal. We had pumpkin spice coming back. Next up, we've got actually the 3 seasonal ones. There's pumpkin spice, there's this guy, and then in about 2 weeks' time, I'm going to jump the gun a bit because I'm very excited to try this. It's a first for me from Lenny and Larry's, first for all of us, I think. I'm not sure they've ever done this one before. Gingerbread. Woo! So Snickerdoodle's great. Gingerbread, that with a spin on it, seasonal, could be epic. We should have that in a couple of weeks' time, so about middle of November, I'm told. Anyway, first up, the Christmassy one. With no more ado, we've got peppermint chocolate. So, obviously, what they're going for here is peppermint bark. And a sort of candy cane kind of vibe. Bit weird because they do have a chocolate mint. I will do a spoiler thing on that in that the chocolate mint is probably a deeper, richer chocolate. It's like a dark chocolate almost. And the mint, the flavour through there, to me is stronger. So it's a much more intensely kind of after 80 breath freshenery style mint experience. I mean, it really, you know, that makes it sound bad, but it's to me, with the green choc chips and everything, it is a lot bolder flavour. This one is sweeter. This one is creamier almost, and it does pick up, I think, the kind of candy cane vibe going on it. That's the way it comes across. It's still fundamentally like a double choc cookie with that in. Has white chocolate chips as well, like the battle snacks there, the Winter Wonderland ones, which does add to the creaminess and things as well. I will open this and show you. It is Friday evening. It is Halloween coming up. It is trick-or-treat type, you know, candy season, so I think I can justify having this. Oh, I've even got the energy to open the damn thing. There we go. I think I've managed to melt a cookie. So these things are obviously on a little bit the naughtier side, not quite as guilt-free as the battle snacks here. So it's like, what is it, 420 calories for the entire cookie. So yeah, it is a beast, but I mean, you are supposed to eat them in 2 servings. I don't know who actually does that, but there is still an awful lot of cookie going on here. So it is feasible, and obviously if you're after it for the, you know, the carbs post-workout, then it's great for that. If you're after it for, you know, like a real treat, it's great for that. The vegan thing, that can tick the box as well. It's not easy to find such big, generous, over-the-top, vegan-friendly cookies like these, so it, you know, if you get it, you might as well go in on it. It's all part of its kind of, you know, the mystery of the Lenny and Larry's success that we've seen in the mix, but as I say, sticks around. What we've got going on here, bring it round. Nothing too much to see on the label. Obviously, American folks have had these for a while. What are we at? It's a 16-gram protein one. Yes, it's high fiber, plant-based, all natural, yada, yada, yada. The usual deal with that. So, yeah, great big chocolatey slab. You've got white choc chips. You've got, I think what they're trying to achieve there is kind of the pepperminty type sprinkles. So you've got the red and white thing going on. That's the attempt. So that's with the kind of bready splotches. Splotches? That's not even a word. Whatever, it is now. What's worth showing here? There you go, in cross section. It's got chocolate chips going through it. It's got the sprinkles going through it. It's got that genuinely sort of, these are actually quite new, so it is sort of fresh baked, but yeah, that baked texture. They're all kind of real cookies after all. And, how does it taste? The important thing. I haven't got enough table space. Huh. I'll just have to eat the whole cookie so I have somewhere to put it. Yeah, it's not as deeply chocolatey as I found the green chocolate mint one they have. It's more like the straight up double chocolate. And the mint, as I say, it's not intense. It's there throughout. You know this is a mint thing. But I just find it milder. It's got a very nice aftertaste on it. It does always remind me of sort of polo mints when we eat these things. So, yeah, if you like chocolate mint, then I think you'll get a kick out of this. And it's got the novelty of it being a seasonal one too. Probably great gifty type things. We'll be doing gift bundles with Lenny and Larry's cookies in too to make most of these. But there you go. There's not a huge amount I can say about it. I mean, this isn't obviously, as I say, one you rave about the great nutritionals as well. They are reasonably high sugar, but you are getting an all natural allergen type free everywhere. I mean, it's not gluten free, but it's kind of everything else free. And they are incredibly satisfying. You ought to give them that. So yeah, they're very nice things. Personally, I prefer the regular choc mint. because I quite like the choc mint combo, and the regular choc mint puts me a little bit closer to kind of, you know, a mint choc cornetto or something. It is that little bit more intense, which I personally get a kick out of. But for this one, it is that milder, sweeter, creamier kind of, you know, like the strawberries and cream, hard candy sweet it gives you. There's more of that that actual candy aftertaste. It's a difficult one to explain because it is a bit samey with the choc mint, but yeah, it's horses for courses. Some of you guys will probably, in fact, most of you guys will probably prefer what they've worked up here. Anyway, that's in the mix right now. It's in our Lenny and Larry's Baked is Better bundle. Yes, I was going to show you that. I think the main event for the seasonal range is going to be gingerbread. So yeah, 2 weeks on that one. I've no idea what it's going to be like. I hope it's bold. I hope it's quite spiced. I hope it's you know, snickerdoodle with a different spin on it. So we'll see. But that one I will probably rave about more. I've kind of built myself up in my head for that one. But this one is in the mix right now. It's the hors d'oeuvre, it's the preview, it's the build up to the full-on Christmassy gingerbread thing that should hopefully be great. Anyway, that's another cookie in the mix, Lenny and Larry's. Next cookie, then we're done for snacks. Actually, we're not done for snacks. They count as snacks. Bit of an odd one. I'm showing sort of for novelty. It's the red velvet cookie from USN. So USN obviously mainly do supplements. We don't tend to carry their supplements here in the mix. What we do have and we do like are the USN Trust Crunch bars. I don't have one handy, but they are very good. Again, like the Battle Bites here, similar nutritional spec, just over 200 calories, 20 grams of protein, low sugar, that kind of deal. Again, it's same triple layer sort of thing going on texture-wise. There's a caramel thing, there's the kind of fudgy nougat core. It's a little bit firmer in the USN Trust Crunch than it is in these, but still pretty soft. And then you've got the chocolate coating complete with, and this is where it differs, a ton of crispies. So these have inclusions often. The USN Trust Crunch, as the name might imply, is quite crunchy. They've really gone to town on the proteiny, ricey sort of crisps that run through the entire bar. So very, very nice. They've got 5 or 6 flavours, and we've got a bundle for those on site as well. A slightly odd launch for them came out a while ago now, the Trust Crunch cookies. So we've had 2 flavours for ages, birthday cake and cookies and cream. Cookies and cream is, well, eerily like an Oreo, to be honest. It's a very deep, dark chocolate kind of outer cookie thing, and then the pocket of filling in the middle, the high-protein cream through the middle, is like the cream filling on an Oreo, sort of vanilla-flavoured, very, very sweet. All these cookies are really, really sweet, so do disclaimer that up front. Some people will find these too sweet. I have a sweet tooth, and they're about there for me, but yeah, they really are quite sweet. You know, birthday cake is probably my favourite. It remains my favourite across the entire range. It's been an on and off kind of popular seller. To be honest, we sell a lot of these internationally, not so much domestically popular, but we do send a lot to Japan and stuff, strangely. Anyway, the birthday cake is kind of like a big jammy dodger. It's got a very odd colour filling in the middle. It's like purple, which I would have probably gone for pink or something, but you know, maybe just the way these things are put together affects that. Anyway, it's very fruity, and then the outside's got sprinkles on it and stuff like that. So that's my choice from it. It did put me in mind of a monster high protein jammy dodger, and there's low sugar and everything in these, so they're pretty guilt free, pretty enjoyable, but quite filling as well. I'll just, yeah, again, talking too much, I'll show you. Red velvet. Red velvet, to be fair, is a tricky one to do well, because it sounds cool, and it's one of those things that you build up and oh yeah, red velvet cupcake, I'll go for that. And then it doesn't actually taste of anything distinct. It's basically a chocolate cupcake with red dye in it, as far as I can make out. I think there's some deal about mixing vanilla in, but for all intents and purposes, I've never noticed the difference. They just look pretty cool, which does help, you know, boost the enjoyment of it just a tiny bit. But protein cookie wise, what have you got here? Well, it's red. There you go. It's actually quite a light red, so it's more like the surface of Mars than a kind of typical chocolatey red velvet cake, which tends to be very, very burgundy, very, very deep. And yeah, it's what I'm more like used to seeing. This being vividly red is perhaps more gimmick, but oh, I mean, there you go. It's certainly eye-catching. Well, I'll just show you the packet like this. I should open that without thinking about it, but it is a novel format. For those of you who haven't seen this, you might want to give it a go. It is, broadly speaking, a cookie. I guess it's somewhere between a cookie and a bar. And here's your red thing. Woo! So it's quite fun because, as you'll see, split that. There you go. oozy, gooey cream. So inside is just a kind of, yeah, creamy fondant filling. I think it's probably made with casein or something, so I think a lot of the protein does come in there as well. It is incredibly sweet. It does add moisture, which is often something you want in protein cookies. They often lack moisture. Come on, try and focus. Well, you get the idea. There you go. I mean, yeah, the pocket of cream and stuff in the middle combined with the cookie is the best combination. Obviously, the edges can tend to get a little bit drier. It's mad sweet. It's sticky. The stuff inside, be warned, guys. It's very, very sticky. I mean, all in all, it's an interesting mix of so sticky it's chewy, the kind of filling there, and then the protein outer, which is kind of more, I mean, it's firm, but it's kind of more dough than it is cookie. It's I don't know, it's a hard one to describe. I quite like it, but it's not something I'd eat every day. As I say, it's not for all customers. It's not turned into a bestseller, but it's been popular enough that we do keep bringing it back and keep the stock going. And when we saw Red Velvet, we had to get involved. Points for novelty. I like the filling thing, and it's very, very generous filling, very, very sweet. Nutritionally, only 1 gram of sugar for this whole thing. That's amazing versus Lenny that's like 15 or whatever. And it's still fairly hefty as well, 75 grams. So it's it's a decent sized cookie. Lenny is about 120, 115. But you get for that a full 28 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar. So that's pretty awesome, especially because it's this sweet. Protein, full 20 grams. There you go. So it's like a full bar type hit of this, but in the cookie format. Usually, protein cookies always sacrifice a few grams of protein, like 16 grams to this, and we've had others that are 15, like the Quest cookies and stuff. And it's 260 calories for the whole thing. So it gets it shy of 300. Again, pretty epic when you factor in how high calorie those are. So yeah, nutritionally it's very good. It's very justifiable, and I guess you can trust in this being an indulgent thing. They really do lean on the sweetness. It's just, I guess my problem is I don't really know what the Red Velvet was going to do. Personally, if I were making these things, I've sort of ruined it now, but the red colour, I could live with the brighter red colour. It is distinctive, but I think some form of drizzle or chocolate chips on the top, or kind of a hint of frosting in some kind of finish would be pretty cool to help deliver it, rather than just the kind of naked red thing. And there are also, I should say, chocolate chips in here too, so there is something extra to the texture beyond the creamy pocket. So yeah, it's very nice. I've eaten a bunch of these. I mean, I do find myself just chomping through them, but it's yeah, it's probably not as distinctive and well balanced as maybe the birthday cake, but they are all also incredibly sweet. So yeah, just look out for that one. Okay, that's it. That's snacks done, released in a cookie style thing. So I've had a good time. I'm going to really have to stop myself eating these after this one. Then again, I usually do the videos on a Saturday anyway, which is always a good way to kind of justify a sort of cheat day type thing, although my entire diet's sort of a cheat day these days. Where are we at? 20, it's coming up on half an hour, sorry. The other thing I noticed about doing these in the evenings, and it's what? Nearly 8 o'clock. It's pitch black outside. So yeah, I guess that clock change made a big difference, and obviously the hour extra sleep is always appreciated, but it is weird how it suddenly goes from kind of, oh, it's getting dark in the evenings, to, oh, it's jet black outside. Weird. Okay, we'll keep going with snacks and just see it through. We'll push on to the end. And on the end, on that, we've got new crisps from Got7. If you caught my last roundup, I think I mentioned these were coming. I think I mentioned there were some other new ones. I've lost it again. This month has flown by, and we're still, I'll touch on in the end, we're still doing the warehouse thing, and there's planning for Black Friday and Christmas, and then the whole world lockdown. But yeah, so there's a lot going on, but we're still fighting the good fight, obviously, as you'll see, because we've been putting loads of stuff on Instagram. Yeah, Got7. So guys over in Germany keep ploughing out products. In fact, just today we've seen they're doing high-protein cheesecakes and low-sugar chocolate toppings and things like that. So we will probably have even more stuff coming from them. But right now, we've had a big reload on the crisps. I think we are still missing the barbecue chips, which is very popular. But I think we have everything else in, including my own personal favourite, the Greek style. But more recently, we had sweet salty caramel chips. and they, to me, taste a bit like cornflakes. So kind of, you know, like frosty type thing. So they're not as kind of salted and caramelly as you'd think, but again, it's probably a good thing, because if they were, they'd be quite sickly. So they are sweet, but it comes across to me like a sweet cereal and anything else. And yeah, very, very moreish, very, very unusual, quite a flexible product too. We got those, and then we got the cheese and onion. So yeah, British classic flavour. We did these on Instagram, you'll have seen. It's on our news, I don't know, what do they call it, Beamer thing, but it's on our news pop-up thing, it's on the blog, so all that good stuff. But yeah, they're in, gone down quite well. We knew they had new stuff coming in their nacho range, which they call protein snack. But yeah, these are essentially nachos. The chips are just the circular things. These are actually kind of triangular, more sort of Dorito style. That's what they're going for. So we have got, nice clean new packaging as well. We have got cheese style, very imaginatively named, and we've got roasted onions. Which I did flinch when I read that, because personally I wouldn't pick up a product that a snack product that flavoured itself roasted onion. I mean, quite often you've got cheese and onion. Well, that's going to be cheese and roasted onions probably. There's a lot of things that it's going to be like that, but I know it's a bit like the Monster Munch flavour. So yeah, there's probably a market for it. Millie was more excited about it. Anyway, it does taste great. So I'll show you one of these. There's not a huge amount to see, but I will say good nutritionals, very, very moreish things, very, very, like, you know, healthy. I mean, everyone's in at the moment watching streaming services. No one's really going out to the cinema and doing other stuff. But if you're having a night in and you want snacks, these are a great choice for that. Or obviously if you're having, you know, drinks in your, you know, bubbles and groups or whatever you're allowed to do at the moment, you know, nice high protein snacky style things for that. So yeah, they are lovely. So they're very, very powerfully flavoured, and I think this is a good thing. So you're not going to miss this. They're not subtle on flavour at all. Again, paprika is arguably, that's the one flavour of the nacho we've had so far. I think paprika is probably going to take it as my favourite. I just like the spicier type thing. But let's go with the roasted onions. I mean, whatever. Just it's not like you can smell and taste it through the camera, as cool as that would be. Roasted onion wise, it does to me just come across as cheese and onion. I love cheese and onion. I know there's no actual cheese in it, but I suppose the onion flavour and the seasoning and everything they put into that is so bold, and it crosses over so much in your head, you end up thinking cheese and onion. So yeah, this has been the team favourite. I really do get cheese and onion, but they are incredibly nice. Anyway, yeah, real herbs and seasoning and stuff going on here. See the triangular one, quite generous. So the bags are 50 grams, I think, per gram. It's technically 2 servings, that. So 200 calories a bag, for which is like, what, 6 fat, 22 grams of carbs, not bad for crisps, given it's potato and the rest. And then protein 7.5, so 15 grams of protein for the bag. 200 calories, 15 grams of protein. The novelty of the snack, the texture, grab and go portability. No, put them down. Yeah, they're so nice. These have really grown in popularity for us. The protein chips have slightly more protein in. They're a more kind of guilt-free snack, I suppose. They've got slightly better nutritionals, but you know, in terms of the enjoyment and for the calories and whatever it is, I prefer the nacho experience here. They're a little bit crispier. They're a little bit more traditional. Yeah, big fan of this. The other one's a bit more pop chippy and everything. You do get the more protein in. But personally, I'm about these. And now we've got 3 flavours rather than just the one. Yes, I'm sure they're going to pick up in popularity. So jump on site, try some of these, try a bag. You won't be disappointed. You do get quite a lot for your money. You do get quite a lot of protein for that. So, okay, it's more than a bag of Walkers is, but it's actually pretty good for the kind of contents of these things. And I promise you're going to enjoy them. There's not a bad flavour amongst them, particularly these new nachos. So, yeah, all in the mix now. What have I got here? Protein snack, let's put it back up. Okay, in fact, no, I won't do, because I'm going to show you what's behind it. Oh, in fact, all these boxes I've got here are actually crisps. We're surrounded by the things at the moment. Okay, that snack's done. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. That's my dinner done. Supplements then, and I'll finish on the shakers on the end. If I just lose the USN for now. WheyCakes. As their line says, breakfast just got way better. Rule one is not a brand we do too much with in the mix. Boom. But you'll see it around. It's a very, very good value US brand. I mean, usually with the US stuff brings a certain premium. And it's a shame because this means a lot of what we sell is quite expensive. But we like the US flavour systems, we like the general palette, we like the choice of flavours they go with, much more into that than we are with perhaps some of the flavours that our European suppliers actually put out there. They're into things like, I don't know, pistachio comes out a lot more. I mean, that said, I'm holding a product that is a very more European thing flavour. But for example, Got7 do some protein, ESN, who we bring the bars in from, they do loads of protein flavours. We might actually bring some of these in. But either way, we tend to, here in the mix, look more towards the American side of things in terms of flavouring, like the ghost flavours and stuff. And why the hell was I going on about that? I suppose it is, yeah, with Rule 1, we tend to do, okay, that's what I was going with. The North American flavours we tend to go with more, we tend to bring in more American brands, it's just something we've always done here. It does unfortunately bring a premium, particularly around COVID and the rest, because freight and everything, moving stuff around the world has got more expensive. So not ideal for like the ghost tubs and the PES products and stuff, but yeah, Rule 1 has always been a brand that does come in from the States, but does come in at a pretty good price. So this is one of the cheapest whey proteins we have in the mix. It's their whey blend, and these are like £2 tubs, I think the only ones we have there. No, we have the small 14 serve bags as well. That they do in some flavours. Anyway, there are loads of flavours. They're all very sweet. They're all very, very enjoyable. They're all good to mix, and it's a very good product for a very good price. Anyway, I haven't really talked about them on here because we don't really have any relationship with Rule 1 per se, but they just make good proteins, and it's just we can't not get them in. They keep releasing flavours. Case in point, we have hazelnut here. So we got a Choc Hazelnut flavour. It's actually quite seasonal, and you know, this whole Rocher thing, the whole Nutella thing. So it's a good one for this time of year as well. But anyway, we just got this in, so this is, I don't know, like the 11th or 12th flavour we had from them. They've got like a toasted cinnamon, they've got a lightly salted caramel, they've got a birthday cake that's got sprinkles in it, yes. They've got a frozen banana, they've got tons of different ones. But this is in the mix now, right now. There's a pumpkin spice as well, so there's another good seasonal one there. More exciting from them, and it does look slightly different, a bit of a departure branding-wise, WheyCakes. These are quite a new one they've done over in the States. Lucky to actually get our hands on some here in the UK quite quickly, so we snapped them up. It's basically pancake mixes. So it's a bit flexible. You can make a bunch of different, you can try and make muffins and things like that out of it, but it's a light, fluffy pancake. More likely, you could use a waffle maker, or you'd use, doing a pancake in the usual sense. You could go for a fatter one, you could go for a crepe. This is designed for that. It's made with whey isolate and stuff, though, which makes it have some great nutritionals, better than often pancake mixes do, the ones we carry in the mix. So this one, for example, is, what's their spiel? Made with pure whey isolate, egg whites and whole grain oat flour, a serving of WheyCakes packs in over 4 times the protein, half the carbs, a fraction of the sugar and none of the gluten found in traditional buttercake pancake mixes. All day breakfast just got way better. So a couple of big takeaways from that is low sugar, that's quite rare. Also fairly low carb, that's quite rare. And it's gluten free, that's quite rare. Certainly for pancake mixes, usually you pay a hefty premium for that. So basically it's a kind of forward-thinking, forward-looking, kind of cutting-edge pancake mix made with isolate and stuff. So it's a more premium take on it, and it's not mad expensive. And we got some cool flavours as well. We got classic buttermilk, so that's your sort of original. You can add stuff to that if you want, very easy. There's a blueberry here, wild blueberry, and it's got like freeze-dried blueberry pieces in too, very cool. And there is chocolate brownie, which has got like choc chips in it too. So 3 flavours of those. And yeah, we've got a few different pancake mixes in the mix. We've got Kodiak cakes, we've got a mini restock on those, in fact. They're more traditional pancake mixes. This is more of a sports nutrition-y pancake mix, you see what I mean? It's obviously the higher protein, the lower carb, the lower sugar, the gluten-free. You get the idea. So yeah, they're in the mix at the moment as well. Brand new listing. We probably won't be sticking... Actually, I'm going to say we probably won't be sticking them on Instagram. We might have done. I don't know. We will get around to it. We've been storied anyway, and they're on the site. So, yeah, if you want to check them out, they're all there now. We don't have mad amounts of stock, but it's a good time of year when people are looking for pancakes and things like that as well. Spending more time inside, making desserts. It's good fun to have a bit of a muck around. There you go. Can be quite warming and hearty as well. Obviously, we have the usual syrups and toppings you can do with that too. So yeah, rest of rule 1, I think we have every flavour in stock from fruity cereal through to strawberries and cream, apart from the red velvet, which is a bit of a pisser because that would have gone quite nicely with the red velvet cookie, but we haven't been able to get our hands on the red velvet tubs for a very long time, but we'll keep trying. Anyway, loads of other flavours going, and yes, pumpkin spice, we're going to be trying ourselves again shortly. We haven't had it this year yet, but it's, yeah, looking forward to that. Final one then, we have got shakers, so it goes nicely with the protein. These are SmartShake's Revive series. So Revive, it's like their more premium line. It's got compartments on it again, so you can put protein servings in there. You can unlock the base. You can put that inside for storage. You could just not use that at all. But you get like a 700ml, thereabouts, 700ml shaker. And it's got a carrying handle. So they're all good sturdy things. We do more with blender bottle now, but we'll always make exceptions when cool stuff comes up. And when we saw these, this is their Rock Band series, we had to have a go at it. So yeah, it's sturdy, it's badass, it's handy, it's functional, but it's actually got official logos and designs from some of your favourite rock bands. Metal bands and stuff mainly, that's what I've gone for. We left a couple of them out, but we got Metallica with their And Justice for All album artwork there. We have got we've got Maiden. So I mean, basically we got these in because they're cool shakers. I wanted a Motorhead one, and it's obviously Christmas coming up, so it's quite giftable. So these are the sort of things I would like to give, maybe gift my dad or something like that. So I thought, well, why not? Let's get them in. And they've actually gone down quite well. So we got Iron Maiden, and we've got yeah, with Eddie on the front with the Union Jack. That's pretty cool. We have got Motley Crue, so another personal favourite of mine. So you can use that to kickstart your workout. And we have got, I haven't got them all here, and yeah, Motorhead, so that's the one I grabbed. So very badass, iconic logo, everyone knows this one. Awesome, and it says England on it as well, so nice patriotic one. Then we've got Slayer upstairs, if you're more into sort of your thrash metal. And we've got, is there anything else on there? I think there's an Ozzy Osbourne one, there's a Red Hot Chili Peppers, I didn't pick them up. I think that's most of it. So the big hitters are these ones. I don't know if they've got more coming in the range, but either way, yeah, we're the only company I've seen that. They're the only company we've seen to actually do it. So yeah, we leapt on getting those. They're in the mix at the moment. A little bit pricier, probably to do with the licensing and stuff, but they are the SmartShake's premium Revive shakers. So there's more going on there as well, and they'll last you a long time. All cool. So they're there now. Next stuff, I guess I'll just do some restocks before it gets mega late and I need to escape. We have just got in today, actually, first hit on PE science stuff. So Select Protein back in the mix. Obviously a big hitter for us, has been for years. Yes, we've got Cake Pop. We've got a lot of Cake Pop. We've got loads more PES coming, I should say. So this is a sort of our first top up, but we've got Prolific back as well. So this is their focus pre-workout. It's a very good balanced one. It's not the strongest thing in the world, but it's actually one that people keep coming back to again and again, and it's one you can rely on. It's one it's not gonna, you know, send you crazy and frothing at the mouth and everything. It's just a good solid boost of energy, clean energy, the focus ingredients as well. No beta-alanine, so if you don't want the distracting tingles or whatever, it's great. It's just, yeah, the flavours are obviously good. PES always do a good job of that, but it's one of those pre-workouts that's just a bit of a workhorse, and it's something I use it more often than not, in fact. And on 2 scoops of it, especially if you add in some like high volume for even more pump, it's actually one of the best pre-workout experiences I've had, and there's no hideous crash. So yeah, obviously I'm not going to rave about Prolific now. I have done in the past. They're all back in the mix. I say all of them. Most of the flavours are back, so that's cool. Proteins, all of them back in the 2-pound tubs. The 2-pound tubs are the most popular tubs for us, particularly the Cake Pop. Snickerdoodle we've had for a while, but we've got Frosted Choc back, we've got the Gourmet Vanilla back, which is, yeah, amazing vanilla protein, best vanilla protein I've ever had. I know it's boring as hell talking about vanilla. We usually love sprinkles and madness and red velvet and all the other crap, but for a fundamental vanilla that's flexible, goes great in oats, mixes really easily, the Gourmet Vanilla Select is pretty sensational. Cake Pop is like that, but a bit more custardy and turned up a bit. No sprinkles or anything, but just, yeah, lovely shake. Again, great in oats, great to bake with. It's got wonderful texture. So, yeah, that's in the mix. We've got mint. There's the strawberries and cream I got back. I didn't think I was going to get back. And there's 2 peanut butter flavours. The peanut butter cookie, which is the full-on peanut experience. And there is choc peanut butter cups, which probably leans more heavily on milk chocolate than it does on peanut. But, yeah, it's the Reese's Cups experience. Very nice. All in the mix now. I know a load of you have been waiting, so yeah, fill your boots, jump in. They're all there. The stacks are live, the rest of it. And yeah, most of the prolific flavours, all the high volume flavours I think are in at the moment. And, oh no, True Creatine, True creatine, true glutamine. We got some of the other essentials bits back as well. And as I say, there's more coming. So protein for oats is still coming. And we've got some of the small bags coming back in as well. Deeper stock, so it'll cover us through Black Friday, eek. And it's Christmas, so yeah, sorry for the wait. They are back now. Oh, what else? I've left some stuff here. I did mention USN, actually. Not USN, ESN. Those guys in Germany. We've got some seasonal stuff coming from them. We've got some flavouring system stuff as well with real cereal pieces, stuff that's pretty cool. So keep an eye on site. We've got more and more coming from their range because we're discovering how good it is. And we're trying to get stuff before Brexit lands on us, and we're still up in the air whether or not we're going to have a deal here in the UK. So yeah, we're trying to get as much European stuff now whilst we can. Anyway, protein spreads. So we've got a bunch of protein spreads. They've got some quite different ones here. These are quite nice, quite premium, quite nice glass jars, so we thought they'd be quite giftable too. But they do Dream Cream, which is a great name. They've got coconut, they've got the obviously classic hazelnut. Coconut, this is Millie's tub, which we've actually sold out. Don't tell her, shh. It's a real winner here. I mean, yeah, coconut may not be for everyone, but it's a great mashup of kind of coconut and white chocolate. And there's like Whey Krispies in it, and there's real desiccated coconut. And it's quite mind blowing, and it's quite indulgent. It's very, very nice. So yeah, this sold out very quickly. We've got more on the way. But yeah, this is pretty amazing. So look out for this one when it comes back in the mix, the coconut thing. If you're a coconut fiend, coconut fan, this is the one. And the hazelnut is obviously very nice as well. But we do have a lot of choices when it comes to guilt-free hazelnut spreads. But yeah, it's a great one. What else? We have got... I don't want to spill my drink. Oh, barely had a chance to drink it. We have got a restock on G Fuel. We've filled up some gaps. But we got bubblegum back at long last. So very, very pink, very, very cute, very, very sweet. But this is, yeah, one of my favourite flavours I actually tried. It's probably not quite as sweet as the rainbow sherbet one, so maybe more general appeal for people, but I love the branding of this one and everything. So yeah, we've been after this one for probably 2 or 3 months. It's been out of stock. It's finally back. In terms of new stuff from them, there's some new FaZe Clan collabs they've done. There's like a FaZe X and like a Sour FaZe Berry and stuff. So I think there's a good chance we'll actually get those. We nearly got the Sonic, but didn't actually happen. I don't think they've got the licensing geared up here. That's the sort of peach rings flavour. Looks very cool. But we will hopefully get some of the other FaZe SKUs back in, not back in, launched over in Europe. Maybe before Christmas. Maybe. We'll try. Very cool. Okay, Fakeaway. These I very briefly introduced before. It's a sort of sister brand spin-off type thing from the Skinny Food Co. So it's the Fakeaway Food Co. It's just, I guess a lot of people probably playing on the COVID thing, maybe not going out so much, maybe wanting to save money on constantly doing Deliveroo. You do it yourself, do it guilt-free. So they've got pizza bases, and this is, yeah, big generous thing, loads of pizza in it. You can combine this with, yeah, I mean, you know, Weight Watchers cheese or Eat Lean cheese or whatever you want to do. But they also have the Fakeaway sauces. So these are the sort of vegan-friendly, super low-calorie sauces that you know and love from them. But the Fakeaway range, they do seem thicker and slightly more real. And they do a pizza one, so it's like a marinara tomato sauce. You can use that. Yeah, they've got recipes and stuff going up on the site. But we've been after these for ages. They sold out very quickly. We have a ton of them back in. Boom, there you go. While I'm talking Skinny Food Co., Fakeaway, I mean, I know Fakeaway, they're doing like ready meals and all sorts of stuff coming up, but Skinny Food Co., we actually finally have the Bonfire Toffee, I think they've called it, and the pumpkin spice coming in their barista sugar-free sort of coffee-style syrup. So I've been waiting for those for ages. More seasonal stuff, the pumpkin spice thing, that is coming. It might actually be on site by the time you see this. I think the stock is on the way to us, so I might be a bit naughty and put it up slightly early, but it'll be shipping on Monday if I do. There you go. Ooh, what else? What else to drink? Gonna talk myself hoarse. Phone buzzing, sorry. What else do I want to mention? Nothing immediately springs to mind, apart from the usual kind of updates I do on Ghost. I don't have anything new to talk about yet. I'd hoped things are running a bit behind actually, but we've got the marshmallow cereal milk hopefully coming this week. A restock on the guava berry greens hopefully coming this week, and they've just launched here in the EU, relaunched rather, BCAA. So this is the product that's sort of, it's maybe the it's the easiest way into the range, to be honest. I mean, it's a straight up BCAA product, not a lot of other stuff going on, but it does bring with it the amazing ghost flavoring systems, sexy labels, sexy tubs, the kind of full experience it's one of their cheaper SKUs, cheaper products. This one, they've done even more to it. So they've added BCAAs. It's gone up a gram of BCAAs. It's now vegan friendly, so it's fermented BCAAs. It's got some new flavors coming, and it's actually a bit cheaper. So it is a big overhaul in the whole thing, and it's put it more in line with like their amino product that was winning in terms of sales. And we've got lemon crush, we've got strawberry kiwi coming back, which was obviously popular in the original version of BCAAs, and we've got blueberry acai, which is from their glow product, so the kind of beauty product. That blueberry flavour, pretty sensational in that, will be coming over to the BCAA, so more folks can actually enjoy it. So yeah, very cool. I've ordered a couple of tubs just for myself before actual stock comes in. Very excited to try the lemon crush. It's described as a sort of lemon start and an orange finish, so that should be very nice, very refreshing. What else we got coming? There's still the Max collab, so hopefully we can do something with that. That's the Max Tuning V3, and that is sour pink lemonade. Very cool. And they have got a seasonal stuff. They've got like hot chocolate coming with seasonal things. They have got they've got for the new year a lot of cool new stuff. They've got a rework on Legend, a rework on Pump. They have got a few tweaks to the Gamer product as well. Nothing significant there. I think they've just moved the D3 to a vegan one, so it's fully vegan friendly. But that's it. Yeah, we're waiting for that at the moment. Hopefully next video I do, I'll have a whole new load of stuff in there. We're actually quite low on some of the different flavors of the vegan and the whey and everything, and even Legend. So not cool. Hopefully coming in soon. PES, actually, while I mentioned them, we do have a very, very limited, just a few cases of their seasonal white choc mint flavour. I think they've called it that this year, or the peppermint bark. They always basically do it the same as a seasonal one. It's a kind of creamy white chocolate with a sort of mint type hit. It's kind of like the Lenny and Larry's cookie there, but white chocolate, not milk chocolate. Anyway, this is coming in hopefully the week ahead, actually. It always sells out really quickly, so if you've been waiting for this one to come back, we did manage to wrestle some in. It'll be on there. And they really are going hell for leather on mint. Everyone is at the moment, it would seem, because they're also doing a choc mint vegan protein, vegan select. That is a permanent flavour, which means we will definitely have stock of it before too long, kind of, and running. But I will try and rush some in as soon as we possibly can, hopefully for the end of November or something. So I'll have some of that quite soon too, after as many new things as possible. Yeah, so our Halloween stuff's about done. We barely got a chance to do much with sort of Reese's candy and everything. Right now, we're focusing heavily on Christmassy stuff. So look out on site. We're going to give it a bit of a Christmas overhaul in probably a month's time. But we are going to be doing gift bundles again. We do this every year, and we always overcomplicate it and give ourselves an absolute nightmare. But we're going to have a whole range of different Christmas bundles. There'll be the big tubs we do, like 20 quid or so, with loads of stuff in it, great presents. And then there'll be the little kind of flavour or brand orientated bundles. But these are in cute packs. We put ribbons on them. We do gift tags and stuff. So yeah, it's the bane of Millie's life for a short period. But we will be doing these again this year, and we'll see if we can do something new with them too. But yeah, loads and loads of stuff we can plow in there, and just as we're seeing in the shops and everything at the moment, getting an early start on Christmas. I think people are getting a head start on their Christmas shopping, just because who knows where we're going to be by Christmas. So yeah, touch wood, fingers crossed, there's some measure of control and we have certain freedom over here in the UK everywhere for Christmas, but no one's taking it for granted because this year has been so phenomenally messed up. For our part, so I'm going to stop talking about products briefly there, and I'll sign off in a sec because this is long. For our part, if you've been following along with these ones, again, thank you, much gratitude. But for our part, shop is still closed, and certainly if there's any kind of stricter lockdown, currently we're in the southeast, so, you know, southeast of London. And I think we are in, yeah, it's really hard to follow, but I think, you know, tier 1 here or whatever, we're in the lowest restriction. So everything's kind of okay. It's just the limits on groups meeting and stuff like that. But the shop is pretty much closed. We're not getting that much footfall here anyway. So if this was all we had, yeah, it'd be pretty bleak. But obviously the online is most of the business, always has been, and it's going to continue to grow and grow, and it's the same for everyone, I'm sure. The warehouse thing I've mentioned before, it is still ongoing, but we have found a place. We put in an offer, we put a second offer, about to put in a third offer, but we are very close to locking that one off. So it's incredibly exciting. We might even document the process of trying to get ourselves in there and organise, because it's going to be, I mean, it's a real landmark for me. But it's when we can really start taking this more seriously. So very, very cool, very exciting. Hopefully I can set up to do videos more and more, you know, edit them and all sorts of stuff. So make it better when I actually get a chance to do them. But yeah, we have found a place. We're quite set on it. Just, you know, we're haggling over bits and pieces at the moment, but that's hugely exciting. And yeah, we might as well bring it forward in schedule just because you know, it's not like there's that much going on in the shop. So while it's dead in here, we can at least get that set up, and then we're set up for next year, hopefully when things improve around the world and footfall, retail, high street, all the rest of it. So yeah, we're all juggling lots of stuff right now, but I think everyone's just hoping for a good Christmas. But we've got Halloween right now, happy Halloween again, and we've got obviously bonfire nights. There's a few other fun bits to do. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Already hideously long. Winter Wonderland Battle Snacks, that's the main event here. You'll love that bar. So yeah, definitely check that one out, and obviously the bundle. There's so many cool flavours now. Lenny and Harry's cookies, yes, we've got the peppermint, but there's gingerbread coming too. So sooner or later, try a bunch of these. They're always lovely, but gingerbread is hopefully going to be a bit of a game changer. And then we've got the USN filled cookies. This is a good novelty if you like the filled thing. If you like the level of sweetness there, it's a good choice. WheyCakes for your pancake baking and everything. Those shakers are great gifts. Rule 1, check it out if you haven't. I mean, we prefer our ghosts and our PESs, but they do have a great range of flavours, good value, and I think you'll be impressed. There really is something for everyone in the flavour spec they have there. And that's about it. So yeah, look out for more ghost stuff coming up, and I will catch you next time, guys. So November, here we come. Have a wonderful Halloween. Bye for now.